Today, a Norfolk jury finding a man not guilty for shooting 5 people, including a 1-month-old girl in a case from more than 2 years ago.
News 3 reporter Antoinette Delbell, who has followed this story from the start, was inside the courtroom when that verdict came down.
Honesty's family is devastated. At the time, the little girl became the city's youngest shooting victim at just 1 month old. Now, when that not guilty verdict was read, Honesty's grandmother gasped and walked out of the courtroom in tears. This case really hinged on one eyewitness that testified in this trial, and that was Honesty's uncle. The jury taking 2 hours to make its decision Thursday, finding Kimahni Lankford not guilty on all counts. The 22-year-old faced aggravated malicious wounding and gun charges stemming from a shooting outside Lexington Park Apartments in Norfolk. On that night in August of 2020, 5 people were shot, including Honesty, who was just 30 days old, as well as her mother and 3 men. The senseless shooting sparking outrage.
This is unacceptable.
Honesty's mother, Jakiria Breon, who was shot in the leg, speaking with me days after her infant nearly lost her life.
Just praying day by day.
During the trial, Breon testified that her daughter weighed only 2 pounds at the time. Honesty is now 2, but her devastating injuries are lifelong. Her family says the shooting robbed the toddler of ever having children and left her disabled, disfigured, and she can only walk using one leg. Only one eyewitness from that night testified in court, Honesty's uncle. Levon Platt says he saw Lankford fire an assault rifle into the crowd of people. The defense arguing there was no evidence tying Lankford to the shooting that night or that Platt was even there himself.
30+ people were there when it happened, or shortly after. Consisted of one individual who came in after the fact and said he saw it, and nobody could corroborate that he was even there to begin with.
Lankford's lawyer, Eric Korsland, questioned Platt's credibility on the stand, arguing he was convicted for lying to police in the past. He says Platt played the system, adding that he came forward months after the shooting, hoping to get out of a probation violation for a drug charge.
I'm not saying the Commonwealth Attorney's Office made any mistakes in this case. They can only play the cards that they were dealt, and unfortunately those were the cards that they were dealt.
And Lankford was stoic as that not guilty verdict came down, but his mother began to cry and nodded when I asked her if she's happy. In Norfolk, Antoinette Delbell, News 3.
Lankford will not be released from jail right away. There happens to be another gun charge related to his case that needs to be sorted out.